Happy Monday, everybody. We got a lot to talk about, so grab a beverage. Hopefully you're wearing something very comfy. Smash that like, and let's get this party started.
If you like what you see, come and get it with me. I know you deserve all you want, 'cause your heart's made of gold, but don't wait till you're old. If you want it, I get you some.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Stand-up comedian and pop culture vulture Joleen Lunzer here for another No Offense, All Offense, where we talk about pop culture news, trending topics, our favorite reality shows, reality stars, things we love to love, things we love to hate, things we hate to love. We take a comedic look. We react to it. We roast it. We recap it. We have a good time. Remember, I'm very opinionated, but that doesn't mean you have to have the same opinion as me. You are welcome to sound off in the live chat or the comment section, and we can calmly and respectfully agree to disagree, like the Zen Buddha woman, Tamra Judge from The Real Housewives of Orange County.
That's my opinion!
It's just my opinion, all right? Now, I do want you to know you're going to have a good time because lots of people think I'm excellent.
I heard actually mixed reviews on Joleen.
Oh, Joleen was excellent. What are they saying?
Yeah, what are they saying? What's going on? What's happening? Lala, do something about that. I'm going to need you to tell them, Lauren from Utah, finger guns. Okay? All right. Welcome, 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 you guys. It is Monday. Now, remember, everything I say today is true except for the parts that are false. Everything is alleged and for entertainment purposes only. So do not sue me.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Allegedly. Don't sue me for real, but allegedly. Everything I say. Let me know how my sound is, you guys. I don't know if I selected the right sound option. So let me know if I'm coming in clear. Care Bear, I didn't get your message. Should I check it right now? I had to move the time back a little bit for stuff with the doggos, but I appreciate you guys. Okay, Ben's back. By popular demand, I will no longer be blocking Erin and her eyebrows. Instead, I'll be blocking Jerks and Mickey. Can't you block both? What is our light goal today for Ben to be blocking Aryan Nation Aaron and Jerks and Mickey, formerly of Big Brother? What do we have to hit, you guys? I'd like to set an early like goal, but I'll let Ben pick how many likes we need to get. We have some Big Brother news to talk about, which is très intéressant, as they say. Okay, so let's get right into it. We have a date. We talked about this a little bit previously. A date for the Big Brother season. For those of you who are new to my channel, hi, we cover Big Brother during the summer as well. We get really into it. If you're watching me for my Karen Reed reactions and roasts, we kind of do that similar for Big Brother, which is a television show. If you don't know, that's still on CBS. Yay. And it has all kinds of issues. Okay. All right. If we hit 100 likes, we just got to hit the 100 mods. Please let me know when we hit the 100 likes. But it is coming back this summer. We have Big Brother 27, which is insane that we're already on the 27th season of this television show. We love to hate and we hate to love. This television show that both disappoints us and excites us. Every summer, we become obsessed with these weirdos who move into a house trying to win. What is it now? 750,000. It's not even $1 million yet. It's 2025, bro. Come on. All right. Shout out to my super chatters today. We already got some super chats. If you want to support the channel further, you're welcome to send a super chat or join my membership. If my mods don't mind dropping the link for both my membership on YouTube and my membership on Patreon. And we do members only lives. Steven, Jamie B, are we on for a members only live on Wednesday? This Wednesday, May 21st. Does that work? Smash that like, you guys. Please, please, please. So David, thank you so much. David says the Mission Impossible Final Reckoning starts this Friday starring Tom Cruise. Best one for last. I know Hype and Husband Shell probably wants to see that. I do not. No offense, all offense to Tommy Cruise. But yeah, no. I don't even know. I don't even remember the last Mission Impossible I watched. But I feel like they're going to have to kill off Tom Cruise in this series, right? Can there be a new person whose mission is impossible? Besides Tom Cruise, how much more can they AI generate, After Effects his face until we're like, that's a lot. Lots going on there. So David, thank you so much. Now this one I'm excited for. David says the Timberwolves play game 1 tomorrow night against the Thunder, OKC, at Oklahoma in the Western Conference Finals. Second time we got to the Western Conference Finals in 2 years in a row. It's as a Minnesotan and Minnesota sports fan, it feels not real. And I'm enjoying every second of it, but you also have that lump in your throat, that Gary Anderson lump in your throat that you're like, when's the fun over? But who knows? OKC is such a good team. I watched the last game. I watched the last 2 games they played against the Golden Nuggets, and the Golden Nuggets just dominated the second to the last game and took them to game 7, which was great. And then game 7, OKC was like, JK. I was like, what? How? Basketball is so interesting because you can have totally different games. I'm hoping for the best. Pray for us. Sorry to my Oklahoma friends. Okay. I know there are more important things to pray for, but maybe manifest rather than prayer that the Minnesota Timberwolves can win. In our franchise history, we've never been to the NBA finals, but neither has OKC, but we've been a team longer. Okay. We had all those Kevin Garnett years where KG tried, but we couldn't do it. We don't got the money. We don't got the things, but now we got A-Rod and other things hopefully going in our favor. So that is my sports talk with Joleen. Can you go see it with Joe? You got to ask him, I'll check for you. Thank you, mods, for dropping the membership. You can't on Wednesday. What about Thursday? What about Wednesday, Thursday? Jamie B. For members only, for the members and the Patreon supporters. Yes, follow me on IG. I'm such a loser. I haven't even broke 10,000 followers. I'm not even worth it. Okay, you guys. Elizabeth says you should do a members live to cover Bianca's snatch game. She was Judge Judy, and I highly doubt Joleen won't enjoy the amazing. Well, I think if we end up on a members, there's going to be some snatch game things Jamie B will bring to show me. And maybe the part of the members live will be get Joleen into RuPaul's Drag Race. I was just watching Emily D. Baker. Oh my God. Karen Reed. I'm going live later tonight about Karen Reed. So if you're looking for that, that's why I have in my title. Oh yeah. Joleen Lunzer, pending PhD circa 2018. Because this case keeps getting weirder and weirder. We'll talk about it later. But there's a forensics guy, and he's claiming that he has a bachelor's and he doesn't have a bachelor's, and they found his LinkedIn and they're calling him out. And he was like, well, it was pending. And it's like, bro, I know I've lied on some stuff. Okay. I've lied to some jobs. Many a job I have told I am very proficient in Excel when I didn't even know what Excel was. Okay. And then they find out and they're like, and then they have to send me to training in which I still don't learn Excel. Just the very basic. I know the 2 + 2 = 4 of Excel because it bores me. Numbers, not fun unless I'm spending money. Then I like the numbers if I have them on my side at Home Goods or something. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, craziness. Okay, let's talk about Big Brother. So, shout out to Big Brother Network. We have the new season starting July 10th, you guys. We are, let's see, less than 2 months, right? Again, numbers, très difficile. All right. So according to Big Brother Network, they're saying here we have the Big Brother 27 schedule from CBS as announced in the preseason. They tend to change wildly after the first few weeks into the season when either something isn't working or CBS is moving other shows around. We always get moved around for the NFL. We get moved around for everything. Big Brother is like the redheaded stepchild of the CBS of the CBS TV shows. So all the same. This is what's on the TV docket for BB27 so far. And of course, we will keep it updated. Thank you, Big Brother Network. Shout out to you, BigBrotherNetwork.com. The summer kicks off with 3, you guys, count them, 3 90-minute episodes before settling into its now routine of 60-minute shows on Sundays and Thursdays. So we're going to have an hour show on Sunday, hour show on Thursday, and then 90 minutes every Wednesday night. Does this mean, well, the Wednesday night's the power of veto? I feel like they should do this for the Thursday night episodes, the eviction episodes. But then they would need that twist they had last year that I really liked, that I hope they bring back, where you can fight your way out night of. There's 3 people on the block and they have a live comp, and you can fight your way off the block, and then they have to hurry up and, campaign before voting. We'll see. So we're going to get 3 episodes a week like we do. And on Wednesdays, it's 90 minutes. Big Brother Network is saying, I guess Survivor carved the path for those longer shows, and now CBS is testing it out on Big Brother. Considering how much we see gets regularly cut, it's tempting to hope we'll get more accurate versions of events on the broadcast, but that's hoping for too much. They're going to try to, similar to the Karen Reed trial, they're going to try to lie to us, lie to our faces, hide what's in front of us on the live feeds. But we investigate and we find out and we say, oh, no, you're not lying to us, Big Brother. Okay. Note the unlocked episodes, which will feature past house guests, and weekly bonus content that didn't make the regular shows. What's the unlocked episodes? Did I just read over that? Huh? So are we getting like special episodes? So we're getting these unlocked episodes. Okay. I guess extra content. Okay. Will feature past house guests and weekly bonus content that didn't make the regular shows. Are they doing like an after show? Are they taking my advice? Again, they should have hired me, but here we are. Okay. This could be really interesting if it's done right, and will also depend on who they pull to host. It's probably going to be Cody Cauliflower and Jag. Maybe Taylor. I don't know. We shall see, but for now, it's something new, and that's exciting. All right, I'll give it a chance. Fine. Big Brother Network, you're being so positive. I'll give it a chance. Okay, so it's every other Friday. All right. Oh, we already have an update for BB27 on the veto. Jag has won the power veto. Probably more filler, but I feel like we do need a Big Brother after show where you could talk to past house guests. You could have fun segments similar to what they do in the UK. Shout out to TV Talks with Tom. Okay. He'll tell us, he's there. He gets to see it. I've watched it. It's like bops and bits and bops. No, I forget. It's with Rylan. It's an after show. It's funny. They talk to house guests that are evicted. Obviously, they don't have any sequester and jury house like we do, but it's fun. And they could make it fun. They could talk strategy. It could be like, make it like an ESPN for Big Brother and reality television. Okay, we watch these gaming shows similar to people watch sports. So we want to hear breakdowns, play-by-plays by former players, by fans, by people. Do it up right. Thank you, Elizabeth, for the super sticker. You guys are so generous today. I appreciate that. Elizabeth Krabbe Modine. I appreciate that. So the schedule is July 10th, 8 to 9:30. We have 90-minute season premiere. I'm okay with that. Sunday, we have a 90-minute episode, 8 to 9:30 Eastern. Okay. I'm okay with that. Wednesday, we have a 90-minute episode, which we will all season have 90-minute episodes on Wednesdays, 8 to 9:30. Thursday, 8 to 9. Sunday, 8 to 9. Wednesday, 8 to 9:30. Friday, 8 to 9. All right. So, but how many days? Do we know how many days yet the season is going to be? Probably 1,000. It'll feel like 1,000 by the end of it. The Big Brother Unlocked shows will be every other Friday, like Steven said, starting on July 25th and running through September 26th. So will they do it like they did Deal or No Deal Island, or you have like a Boston Rob, host it, obviously former players hosting, just like an after show? All right. So every other Friday. Can't do every Friday? Well, you people don't have endurance? What's going on? Starting July 25th and running through September 26th, perhaps. That hints at the season finale in early October. Not sure, but it's certainly reasonable. Last season started a week later with a July 17th premiere. Did it? I always think they celebrate the 4th of July there, but maybe that's just old seasons that I'm thinking of. And ended on October 13th. So it's totally possible for this season to wrap up by Thursday, October 8th. Woo woo. All right. What do you guys think? Are you excited? Are we ready to jump back into the crazy world that is Big Brother with live feed updates and drama and craziness? I think, oh, no, I'm not ready for it. And then I'm ready for it. All right. We're going to talk about Memphis, you guys. Oh, not only are him and Christmas Abbott, not only are they obviously super divorced now, but let's see. I think did Steven send this to me, or did did Care Bear send this to me? I can't remember. Okay. I just looked at my messages and I am so far behind, and someone just sent me a message in all caps. The leaky balloon knots. They know the way to my heart. So Memphis Garrett, all right, who was on Dan's season of Big Brother. He went on, which is BB10. He went on to be in All Stars, Small Stars. Okay, well, he's in some trouble. And let this not surprise you at all, okay? This Florida man, let me share this with you guys. Oops. This Florida man is charged with not turning over sales taxes from his businesses. Color me surprised. Oh God. Remember when him and Christmas Abbott, they got into a public brawl outside of, I think, one of Memphis's restaurants, because he has a bunch of restaurants and stuff. It was this like strip mall restaurant, and they were literally fighting another couple. It was the most white trashiest thing you've ever seen in your whole life in Florida. No offense to Florida. No offense, all offense to Florida. Okay. Oh Lord. Yeah, we got Love Island, Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. I mean, so much is happening. So here is the man here. Okay. Big Brother alum Memphis Garrett charged with not turning over sales taxes from his businesses. Shocker. Put it in the chat if you are in fact shocked by this news. It's not only Florida, but always Florida. You know what I mean? Someone's got to pay for nice weather, you know? I don't know. Here we go. Big Brother alum Memphis Garrett was arrested. Oh, he's with Mike Boogie in jail, just hanging out, holding hands, making friends on Thursday, May 15th. For failing to give the state of Florida more than 50 G's, bro, that his restaurants collected in sales taxes. What? Broward County Police have charged Garrett 42. How is he 42 and I'm 45? How is life real? I think these people lie about their ages all the time, Memphis. Tell the truth. You're 50. With one first-degree felony count of theft of state funds. A first-degree felony count? Why do they play these things of people I don't care about? Is anyone watching American Idol? Nobody cares, right? Or is it just me? So he's got one first-degree felony count of theft of state funds. As of this writing, he's being held at the Fort Lauderdale, fancy, jail on $15,000 bond, according to documents viewed by Us Weekly. I wonder how Christmas Abbott feels about this. Wonder how Halloween is doing. Flag Day is probably very, I would assume she's happy. I don't think they ended on good terms, right? The reality star turned restaurateur is accused of collecting $55,366.77 in sales tax between November 2022 and October 2024 through his LLC, Poke House Lauderdale, and not turning them over to the state. So he has a poke restaurant. Okay. In a strip mall. Okay. Garrett, who placed second on Big Brother 10 and returned for the second Big Brother All-Stars in 2020. We barely count that season, but yes, Us Weekly, technically, that is correct. Okay. Has opened close to 40 restaurants and nightclubs around Florida in his career, according to his website. This is a regular Mike Boogie. This is similar to Mike Boogie business, you know, just opening up restaurants and clubs and some down and dirty deeds going on. Some law breakage, allegedly. Okay. So, of course, Us Weekly reached out to Memphis for comment. I don't think he gave it. His arrest comes as Garrett has endured a turbulent last year. Plus, after filing for divorce from fellow Big Brother All-Star, Big Brother Small Star, Christmas Abbott, in March 2024. Oh, it was just last year? Seems like they've been divorced so long. My heart hurts, Garrett said in a statement. Oh, he did give a statement to Us Weekly at the time. Oh, about the divorce, not about the money issues, the tax stuff. I did not want to have to file for divorce. I was doing everything in my power to work on our marriage, but Christmas got really strong doing CrossFit, and she kept picking me up and throwing me across the parking lots instead of the tires. And that's when I knew I had to leave. No, but maybe that could have happened. I added that for truth and alleged. He said he tried everything in his power, but he's not it comes down, he's not as strong as her. Have you seen that woman? Like, she literally is just picking up houses and throwing them. She's picking up cars and throwing them at her baby daddy's current girlfriends. So she's violent, allegedly. Okay. He said, I did not want to have to file for divorce. I was doing everything in my power to work on our marriage. I only wish the very best in life for her and her son, Loyal. Oh, I forgot her son's name, Loyal, which is so unfortunate since the father of her son allegedly was not loyal. Do you know what I mean? I bet you Christmas was like, arm wrestle. And Memphis is like, okay. I'll stay in this marriage if you arm wrestle me. And then he lost. And I don't know. Love is a weird thing. When two people who fight in a strip mall parking lot against another couple, when they tag team WWE style fight with another couple and appear to win, why can't they make it work? Do you know what I mean? They've overcome so much adversity of fighting other white trash couples in strip mall parking lots. And you think, if those people can't make it work, who can? Who can make that work? So then he goes on to say, it is unfortunate that the actions and intentions of individuals involved in this situation have led to the exposure of personal and sensitive information. Was he talking about his dick pic? I think that came out before, right? Abbott added in a statement to us, I believe that matters of this nature should be resolved in private and respectful manner. I asked for privacy at this time to focus on my family. My family. Okay. Garrett and Veterans Day, Abbott met on Big Brother All Stars and went public. Ugh, that was hard to watch on the live feeds. That's bringing it all back. With their relationship shortly after the finale, just as Christmas was like, I'm not racist. I'm not racist. I know half a black person. And we're like, what are you talking about, lady? What are you talking about? Then she was like, but I'm in love with a white man, and we fight other couples in parking lots. So they came out, we're like, hey, we're not gay, but we're together. They got married in May 2022. And what excites me most about marrying, oh my God, Valentine's Day, is I get to spend the rest of my life with her. Was it the rest of your life? 2 years? Because,
Sun on your skin, 6 a.m. and I've been watching you sleep. And honey, I'm so afraid you're gonna wake up and say that you should probably leave.
He said the rest of his life, Care Bear, he was going to be married to National Soup Day. And that apparently was 2 years. Okay. Barely. Actually, they got married in May 2022 and they filed for divorce in May 2024. Damn. They barely made it to 2 years. He was like, damn, wish I was your ex-husband. Okay. So together forever, not really. We can continue to build our relationship and grow together. No, dude, she was like, the beach is that way. And then she I think she threw him around a little bit, wrong, allegedly. Satire. We have so much fun together, like fighting people. I don't know what the fun was. And we compliment each other. When you find something like that, you don't ever want to let that go. She is my forever girl. Oh my God. This is cringe. Your forever girl. Forever is a very short time. Forever ain't so long. When you're married in Florida, doing illegal felony tax things and fighting with your spouse against another couple, forever ain't so young, like my little niece used to say. That's a young time. That was, in fact, not a young time. So we'll have to keep ourselves abreast to what's happening with this case. because I don't know. I assume he bailed out with the 15 G's, but yeah. Fluoriturd. Stacy says, I call it fluoriturd. Mm-hmm. Let's see. Matt and Mackenzie, I think they're still together, you guys. Why are my notifications going off? I have you on Do Not Disturb. So do not disturb me. All right. So National Hot Dog Day is probably, okay, I'm going to I'll just be a little messy for a second, all right. And we're going to look at Christmas Abbott and see if she's posted anything about this. Christmas Abbott. No, I think I spelled her name wrong. I did. And she has lots of pinned photos of her booty. But her last thing was 4 days ago. She's chatting about Botox and haters, peptides and no pickers. Yeah, but do you talk about... All right, nobody cares about that. No one cares about your non-injectable peptides. Let's look at Memphis. Now, I feel bad saying this because similar to Lala, Memphis is a fan of mine. He too. Yeah, he's still following me, but I have yet to follow him back. Apologies to this man. And he has DM'd me saying how funny I am, which thank you very much, sir, but also cool it down with the tax felonies. Does he have he has a new lady friend. I wonder if she has money to bail him out. All right. He's got a new lady. Is this who the lady is? That is not who the lady is, you guys. Okay, so Memphis, has he posted anything about this? She kind of looks like Valentine's Day. A younger Valentine's Day. A younger, less buff Valentine's Day. She kind of looks like his ex-wife. Amazing evening for the Kevin Love Fund at the brand new Maple and Dash Miami's. So this was 10 weeks ago. Damn, bro. You're as bad as me. Okay. Okay, we can't play that. 6 weeks ago. Other than that, no, he hasn't said anything. Should we see it? Should we check his stories? Do we dare? He's going to see I looked at his stories. He is... Aren't you supposed to be in jail, sir? What are you doing here? What, do they just let him travel? You're up for a felon. He's at weddings. He's having a great time. For someone who was just arrested, he is partying. Get it. He's like, it don't matter. It don't matter. Hello, Hamburger Patty. Look at, he's like, Opa, like he's excited. And yeah, so again, these people, there's different rules. 100 likes for Joleen has to like Memphis' story post, or I have to follow him back. Ew, stop. No offense, all offense, but seriously, I'm not gonna do that. Let's see where we're at with our likes as we venture on from the Big Brother world, you guys. I'm so excited for that to be coming up. Okay, let's see. What do we got here? For likies, we have, oh, why isn't it showing me? Show me the money. We have 68 likes. Come on, guys. We can do better. We can do better. I believe in you. I believe in you. We have 129 in the room. Let's do it. Okay. Next story. Moving on up. Let's talk about, Lisa Vanderpump. Speaking of law-abiding or non-law-abiding citizens, Lisa Vanderpump and Ken Todd were ordered to pay former Pump employees unpaid wages. Oh, Lisa. I don't know. Lisa, why can't you pay your employees? You have so much money. These people have so much money and they can't just pay their employees. Okay, so let's take a look. This is according to Taste of Reality. Shout out to Taste of Reality. Lisa Vanderpump, and this was today, and Ken Todd ordered to pay former Pump employees unpaid wages. Vanderpump Rules star Lisa Vanderpump and her husband, business partner Ken Todd, the naughty boy himself, violated labor laws and failed to pay wages. Lisa, this is really not good.
Nothing happened. You did it.
Why can't you just find Ken naked in the bed?
Dude, I caught you naked in the bed the day you went to rehab.
Dude, I caught you naked in the bed the day you went to effing rehab. So according to reports from the Daily Mail, Judge Joleen was like, objection. Okay, Lisa still could be a good person. Overruled. Good people pay their employees. Okay, they don't get rich off the backs of others and not pay them. That's ridiculous. Okay, so according to reports from the Daily Mail, a judge ordered the restaurateur. These restaurateurs, like, once you put that tour at the end of your name, I think your soul might leave your body. So ordered the restaurateur to pay a settlement of $490,000. Yummy, yummy in my tummy. Eat the rich, Pop Culture Musing says. The lawsuit, the 2020, and it was during the Panakuchen, I think. Oh, dirty Lisa. Oh, you so dirty. You so dirty. The 2020 lawsuit was first filed by a former pump server named Ernest Bennick. Oh, Ernest. You don't hear a lot of Ernests anymore. Ernest goes to summer camp. Ernest goes to, remember the Ernest? Was that his name? I think it was Ernest. Ernest Borgnine. Was that a person? These things are coming back in my head. Okay. So Ernest Bennick, shout out to you. He claimed that Lisa and Ken violated several labor laws and failed to pay wages at the time of termination. He filed a lawsuit to get his money back and also teach them a lesson. He's like, where's my money, Brian? Give me my money. Ernest explained, I feel that by bringing this lawsuit, I could stand up for not only my rights, but the rights of other employees who suffered from the same unfair wage practices. I felt that current employees might not want to share their experiences with Ken and Lisa since they feared losing their jobs. Yeah. The delay in lawsuit, in case you might be interested, Pump shut down in 2023. That caused a delay in the lawsuit. In an October 2023 filing, LVP's lawyers argued that they couldn't pay the settlement due to the restaurant's closure. Stop it. That's your problem. That's not the people who already work, who work for you, helped you. You can't keep the business open. That's a you problem, ma'am. Oh my God. They cited back rent and other obligations to their landlord. Okay, well then sell the house, downgrade. Donate the swans so you don't got to pay for Hanky and Panky's, food. You could downgrade, ma'am. I don't see you living a less than life because you can't pay your rent and ship it. You expect these people to? That's the grossest kind of person, Lisa Vanderpump. Ew. So Ernest called Ken and Lisa out. Specifically, he clocked that the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills alum boasts a $90 million net worth. Well, then pay your back rent and pay your employees. Okay. He called her arguments false and self-serving. I like this Ernest Borgnine, or Ernest goes to court. False and self-serving. Years later, the lawsuit moved forward and a judge sided with the employees. Thank you. That is a far, far better judge than Auntie Bev. Objection. Why is Auntie Bev catching strays? Sustain. Auntie Bev will catch strays her whole life on this one. Okay? She will. So the settlement class includes pump employees who worked at the restaurant from 2016 through 2022. Shout out to Charlie. In other words, there are some Vanderpump Rules cast members who might be getting a check in the mail. Well, the Toms need it. I don't think they deserve it, but they need it. So, yep, we'll see. Maybe Sheener needs a little bit of it. Oh, Lisa. Lisa no en casa. It's so unfortunate. Never meet your heroes, okay? She wasn't my hero. Ernest goes to jail. Jim Varney was the actor. Now Ernest goes to court. Ernest goes to jail. The whole nine. Ernest Hemingway. The Ernests are killing it more than the Vanderpumps, allegedly. All right. Okay, what the hell is going on with Sonja Morgan? Can somebody tell me? Can I get the Cliff Notes on this? I'm looking at Reality Blurb here, but I keep seeing her getting hauled away. First, they're like, oh, Sonja went to a restaurant that she charged up 1,000 buckaroos and she didn't pay for the meal because apparently they hit her up and were like, come eat at our restaurant. And then I saw, I think it was Shannon, Storms Bedore, and Jeff Lewis on his show talking about it. And then all of a sudden she's getting carted off in an ambulance. What's happening? Is she trying to buy her way on the new Housewives? Because New York isn't canceled. They're just taking applications. She says, is it a setup? Oh, she's trying to be the new Karen Reed. Girl, no. Sonja Morgan speaks out after leaving Florida restaurant in an ambulance as new details of Roni alums incident emerge. I mean, she looks really pretty there. Hair's on point. I like it. But the Real Housewives, according to Reality Brev, the Real Housewives of New York City alum Sonja Morgan hasn't had the best couple of weeks. Recently, the former reality star was seen being carried away from a Florida restaurant in an ambulance. Oh, geez. Causing shock among many of her fans. I mean, I honestly wasn't shocked. It's Sonja, and she gets herself into some precarious, interesting situations. But here we are. Now she's speaking out and describing what happened. This isn't the first troubling situation Sonja, 61, girl, we're going to have to calm it down, has been in recently. She made headlines earlier this month when she tried to skip out on a $1,000 restaurant bill. It's important to note that reports say she has now paid it. Good for you, Son. And gave a generous tip, as you should. Those are all things that you should just do. But the event still sparked concerns about both her financial and overall well-being. This comes after she sold her townhome in May 2024 for just under $5 million. I think she took a hit with that one. Sonja provided a statement to People following being carried out of a restaurant called Echo on a stretcher. Sometimes I do eat too much where I do need to be carried out. You never do that where you're just like, I shouldn't get dessert. I'm going to. Okay, maybe I'll have 2. Ooh, and then you're just like, I can't move. Or if you're at like a really good buffet in Vegas. My husband introduced me to those Michelin buffets. Oh my God. Oh my God. So sometimes I have wanted a stretcher, but I don't think that was Sonja's case here. She said to the outlet, an elderly patron at the restaurant I was dining at appeared to be in distress, and I called for medical assistance. The statement continued, while assisting during the commotion, I sustained some minor injuries. What? And out of an ambulance, and out of an abundance of caution, accompanied the EMTs to be checked out. I'm incredibly grateful to the first responders for their swift care and professionalism, she went on. I didn't want to leave. I insisted on making sure she was cared for. So she was being a hero, you guys. Oh my God. Yeah, maybe she had too many high C oranges. I know I've done that. Too many fries, too many high C oranges. And I'm like, someone's got to carry me out of here. Allegedly. Yes. Allegedly, rehash and rewind. Oh my goodness. Okay, so she's just like, I was saving a life. How to say, where do I go? No, how's that song go? I lost a friend somewhere along in the burning hands when I stay up with you all night and I know how to save a life. I remember that. Early Grey's Anatomy played the shit out of that song and I was obsessed. Was that Snow Patrol? That's also Jax's favorite band. Oh, if you know, you know. Okay. Let's see. So she was saving a life and then she got hurt in the process. The older woman was like, you're older too. Get the fuck off me. Maybe. And started to fight her. I don't know. I didn't know that Sonja knew life-saving skills, but here we are. Who knows? All right. So Captain William Rothrock from the Palm Beach Police Department. Isn't Palm Beach where Luann got arrested and shimmied out of handcuffs and accosted a police officer, possibly assaulted him? They must love those housewives. Confirmed to the outlet that they responded to a call for medical attention at 9:45 p.m. that night. Well, I think objection. I believe that Sonja's lying. Okay, because no elderly people eat dinner at 9:45. Oh yeah, I'm going to sustain that. That is prejudicial, and I'm going to sustain that shit because that's true. Who I know, my mom and dad. If it's 4 o'clock, they're like, "What are we having for supper?" I'm like, "What are you talking about? I haven't even had lunch yet." And they're like, "We better get the supper on." because we have to be heading to bed around 6. I'm like, what? So that's a lie right there. However, he also said they issued a written trespass warning to Sonja Morgan at the request of the Breakers Hotel, owner of Echo. Oh, Sonja. There was no mention of another patron with Sonja. So she's just by herself, pretending like going up, giving people CPR that don't need it, trespassing. What is going on? It has been reported that the former Roni star refused to sign the warning. So she was issued a written trespass at this establishment, at this hotel that was owned by Echo, the restaurant she got carried out of. Oh boy. Regarding the incident, TMZ reported that Sonja could be heard saying, "It's another setup. This is another setup," as she was leaving the restaurant. The troubled star also said, "I just had a restaurant in New York do the same thing to me. They invited me and then they outed me saying I didn't pay. It's not true. I paid and I tipped." Ay, ay, ay. They have the footage on TMZ, the restaurant encounter where she left a restaurant in Palm Beach via ambulance saying, "It's another setup. It's a setup. They're setting me up." Alan Jackson might have another case coming his way because Sonja's claiming setup. Unfortunately, there has been grave concern for Sonja for years now. That is true. Have we seen the toaster ovens yet? I don't know. Not only have her former co-stars described her as living in her own world. Yes, that's true. But there have also been reports about her drinking to extreme levels. No shit. No shit. We watched that happen. Some unconfirmed reports also say that her excessive drinking was the reason for her Welcome to Crappie Lake. Crappie, was that? I watched a couple episodes of that show with Luann de Lesseps being canceled. Yeah, because I thought it was kind of cute, that show. It was like the simple life for, older women. I loved it. Hopefully, these are all just misunderstandings and Sonja's doing fine. What do you guys think? I got to head into these comments because, first of all, let me go to this TMZ thing. Let me go to the Instagram. View more on Instagram. Okay, I will. Don't threaten me with a good time. All right, if you haven't already, hit that like. Mods, did we hit 100 yet? Does Ben have to block Jerks and Mickey and Aryan Nation Aaron? Let me know. All right. So we're going to Bravo Snark. Shout out to the Bravo Snarky, Snark side. And they have this.
Another setup. This is another setup. You don't understand. I just had a restaurant in New York do that to me. They invited me and then they outed me saying I didn't pay. It's not true. I paid and I tipped.
Well, the case number was the cops, so I see it from you.
Okay.
That is yours. You need to vacate the cops, okay?
But I want you to know you don't know. And this just happened to me. That a restaurant invited me. And in the text, I showed it to all the authorities that it was invited.
Can you guys hear that? I'm going to put my AirPods on because it's kind of hard to hear for me. Left the restaurant in Palm Beach via ambulance saying, "It's another setup," after NYC restaurant called her out for exiting $1,000 bill to be comped. All right. Oh, three more likes, you guys. We can do it. All right, let's play this again. Give me a thumbs up when you can hear the audio. I'm going to start it from the beginning. Hopefully. Instagram. Okay, I'm just going to have to play it through the last part and then I'll go play again.
And then I came here and they outed me. Which is fine.
So let's go. You have to leave, okay?
It's another setup.
This is yours.
This is another setup. You don't understand. I just had a restaurant in New York do that to me. They invited me and then they outed me saying I didn't pay. It's not true. I paid and I tipped.
Well, the case number was the cops, so I see it from you.
Okay.
That is yours. You need to vacate the cops, okay?
But I want you to know you don't know. And this just happened to me. That a restaurant invited me. then in the text, I showed it to all the authorities that it was invited. And then they came here and they outed me again.
Any private establishment has the right to refuse any meeting
Which is
outside of
fine.
any protected
Which
class.
is fine.
So let's go. You have to leave, okay?
It's another setup.
This is yours.
Okay, all I can understand here is like, it's another setup. There's a restaurant in New York who invited me, and then they outed me, and now they're doing it again. Oh. I mean, it's this doesn't look good for Sonja. I will tell you. I mean, I just watching Roni, we saw that sometimes her alcohol consumption and such, and her kind of like they say, living in her own world was worrisome. So, oh, we hit 100 likes. Yay, Ben, get to blocking. Now, if we hit 200 likes, Ben, what are you going to do? What are you going to do, Ben? Lucy Furious is expecting the bill to be comped. So I think they can invite you out. And what Jeff Lewis and Shannon Bedore and whoever else was on his podcast were saying is that they invite you out to these restaurants. They might give you some drinks. They might comp a couple of things. But to get $1,000 bill, like, how many people did you bring? Like, what did you order? For, I know I'm not fancy. Okay, I'll just go to Chili's, baby back ribs, barbecue sauce. But I don't know what she ordered for $1,000. That seems like a lot to be asking the establishment to comp you and maybe have that discussion beforehand. But again, I don't know how that shit works. People don't offer me free food like that. Red Wolf says, Sonja girl, you are too old for this shite. Your pickled brain is showing. You gotta be careful. That pickled brain, it'll sneak up on you. One moment it's dill pickle and yummy. The next moment it's like yucky pickle. Jippity Bippity says, excited you'll be covering Karen Reed later. Yeah, I'm gonna try to do the as best as I can, as best as when the dopamine hits, do the no offense, all offense pop culture stuff earlier in the day, and then Karen Reed kind of later afternoon, evening time. And that's hopefully we can kind of stay to that. Janine says she totally needs to be on VH1 Celebrity Rehab. If only that still was around, even though Dr. Drew has since proven himself to be quite the quack, allegedly. Lucy said, I just tried to watch Sonja in a podcast, and after a while, it's just too hard to make sense of her. Yeah, gobbledygook of there's a lot of gobbledygook. Ben says 200 likes, or Joleen has to hit the follow button. If we hit it, I am blocking Meredith Marks. You guys, please hit 200 likes. I don't want to follow people, certain reality people. But if we hit 200 likes, Ben's going to block Meredith Marks. Janine says, this is the same thing that Randall used to do, probably. He's a dirty scammer with no neck. You got to watch the people with no neck. You can have a strong neck. Like, I have a very wide, strong neck. But when there's no neck, if it's a man on reality TV, I will say. Brian says, I bet she was getting less than $200 bottles, or more than 200 bottles, thinking she could saunter on out of that restaurant. Yeah, she probably was ordering, like, it was probably the bottles. Because, come on. Oh, the owner of the restaurant came out with a statement. The first restaurant. Oh, we got to read it. The owner of the restaurant, Sonja Morgan. That's how I'm going to Google that. If you're looking for Jolene Googles. The owner of the New York City Italian restaurant, Tucci. Wait a minute. Isn't Tucci the rug that the diddler gave to people? Or did? Isn't that like a pink? What is that? Pink meth or something? Is it the Tucci? I don't know. I'm watching memes and I hear a lot about the Tucci. Isn't that the pink stuff? It's Tucci. Okay. So I watched Show the Memes. I watched it and I'm like, maybe she's on the Tucci. Seems like all these people go crazy on that Tucci. All right, so she reportedly banned from the restaurant for refusing to pay a nearly $1,000 bill, which she says she's now paid and tipped, claiming she thought it was comped due to a previous agreement for a promotional post. According to news reports, Tucci stated that there was no agreement for a free meal and that Morgan's behavior was disrespectful. Is she just making shit up? Like, what is going on? Yeah, the pink Tucci. Tucci. It's called Tucci, right? Or Tucci? Tucci. And also Stanley Tucci. If you snort Stanley Tucci, you have the same effects. Okay. Joleen Googles. We need a sound effect for that. Mm-hmm. Tucci. I can't keep up with all this, you guys. I can't keep up with all this fun stuff, you guys. So, the owner, Max Tucci, called into Jeff Lewis. Oh, Lordy. 3 days ago about her skipping out on her $1,000 restaurant bill. And Sonja says it was a miscommunication, but I don't know if they're going to strike me if I take a listen to this. All right, what's this? Oh, Vicky Gunvalson's like, she shouldn't go out to dinner if she doesn't have the money. If you're not selling fraudulent insurance to people and making money off that and off people's fear and ridiculous need for insurance all over the place, then she should be going out to eat. Vicky's like, pull yourself up by the bootstraps, Sonja. Okay, let's hear what she has to say. This is on Jeff Lewis Live on Radio
She can't
Andy.
afford it, so I don't expect. And she shouldn't go out for dinner if she can't afford it. So I don't expect anybody to count my dinner. If they want to, that's their option. I would never expect it.
Does that happen a lot with you housewives? Because somebody will like, sometimes I'll get a dessert or or some drinks or whatever, but very rarely will someone pick up an entire tab. I mean,
for 5
would never.
people.
I would feel weird about it.
But has Sonja responded? Did she make a comment?
She paid the bill on Monday,
she paid
2 days later, but she's
okay.
been banned from the restaurant.
With a generous tip was pointed out. I don't know if
But generous is subjective. What does Sonja say? I'll be the judge of that. Okay. Objection. Why do you get to be the judge of that? Because I worked in a restaurant for many years and I know generous tips when I see them. Okay.
she said it or he
You
said
don't
it. But
do
they said
that.
she paid the bill with a generous tip.
Well, that was what she needed to do. And then you never go back to that restaurant.
Max in New York. Hey, Max.
Hey guys, how are you?
Hi.
This is Max Tucci calling.
Stop it.
Max
A Tucci restaurant?
I love that.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
All right, so
Max,
talk to us, Max.
I want to come into your restaurant. I'm going to pay, but I want to come in. I'll be in New York in the first week of June.
So, and I will be there as well.
come with me,
Same time.
Shannon.
I'll
Come
be
with
there
me.
too.
Well, what about me? I
I'm
feel left
debating,
out.
Let's
I'm
talk to
debating a
Max.
new cocktail, the Sonja non grata.
Oh, I love it. I'm going to order that. 2 of them.
So can you tell us what happened, Max?
Yeah. So look, Sonja and I were neighbors in New York before, the house got foreclosed. And so when she first came to the restaurant in June, last year, I was very much neighborly. Come in, it's on me, literally on me. I pay my servers when there's, an event like that. So she came. After that, she thought she was always going to come for free. She's only been there once since this incident. Okay. So she has not comped meals, apostrophe S, whatever. There's never been meals. One meal was comped. She called me Saturday on my personal cell phone. She said, hi, I would love to go to Tucci. I have to go to Jack's birthday at Boom Boom Room, so I want to come by. My cousin Jack, first of all, it's not her cousin, it's her daughter's cousin, Jack Morgan. And so I said, great, how many people? She starts, 2 people. Okay, then maybe 3. I'm bringing J-Lo's hairdresser. I said, whatever, just how many people? 3. Okay, not a problem. We get her to the table. I specifically sent her a text message saying, I am out of town. It's Mother's Day. I'm with my mother in Florida, but I will send you something from me. Okay?
Oh.
So it was the evening was fine. Reports from inside, she already started a scene when she got there. Why? Because she told me 3 people. She shows up with 5. Now, Tucci, is, as the press is saying, a hot spot.
Yes, it is.
My family is going to be 100 years in hospitality.
I only have 1 minute, Max, unfortunately.
I'm going to wrap it up.
Okay.
So I'm going to wrap it up real quick. So she comes in, creates the scene, calls me at 11:30 and says, I'm a celebrity. I don't pay. Why did you give me a bill?
Oh, God. Disrespectful.
Wow.
Okay, we're coming in and we're going to pay.
I didn't know about Tucci's until this.
I know.
Until this report, but I am so excited to
see you
try
in a
your
couple
restaurant.
weeks.
Thank you.
We'll
Thank
see
you
in
for
a
your
couple
call,
weeks,
Max.
And we'll pay.
Oh my goodness. Let that man speak. Like, what else are they going to talk about? That was interesting. Let him tell the whole story. He's like, I used to be her neighbor before she was foreclosed on. I told her I'd give her, a sandwich She asked for many sandwiches, and then she says, "How many sandwiches have you made for me?" And I said, "A lot." And then she came 5 friends, and she called me, and she was like, "I got J-Lo's hair." Like, J-Lo's hair, who cares? No offense, all offense to J-Lo's hairdresser, but what kind of flex is that, Sonja? A J-Lo's hairdresser. Was it your hairdresser? Oh boy, right? I want to hear everything. Just like, I got a minute. Why? Yeah, send you something. Exactly, Lucy says. I told her I'd send her something like a bottle of wine or an appetizer or something. Big desserts or something. Not $1,000. $11.30. That is a long drunken dinner, Sonja. Oof. I don't think this is a setup, man. I think the case is pretty clear. I will rule, hear ye. In this case, Sonja is guilty of just being kind of a dick in this situation in her own world and expecting too much and throwing that stuff around like, I'm a celebrity. I know, J-Lo's hairdresser. Like, I'm going to be bringing in J-Lo's hairdresser. And we're all like, okay, we don't care. Like, what do you think that everyone's like, ooh, J-Lo's hairdresser. Oh, shit. Open up the bar. Close the restaurant down. J-Lo's hairdresser is coming in.
Absolute waste of time. So fucking boring. Jesus.
We do not care.
We do not care. We do not care. No offense, all offense, but we do not care. Silly Goose says, Sonja does that. She will say, like, Michelle Obama's mechanic. Like, I'm bringing in Michelle Obama's mechanic just to sound famous. Ugh. Ew. Naomi says he comped her for her first meal so she would come back and spend money with her friends. Yeah. And she never came back again until that time. Ugh. Sonja. No, Sonja. All right. The last thing I think I want to talk about today is you guys were telling me about this. All right, let me get out of here. All right. Lala. Ooh. Apparently, 7 days ago. It doesn't look like many people are interested in it. No offense, all offense. 7 days ago, Lala put out a podcast with her white boy dreads brother about the truth about my VPRs season 11 and 12. And it's like, what? Huh? She's going to tell us the truth all this time later. So let's listen to it. I haven't listened to it yet. I want to listen to it with you guys. We're going to stop, react to it, roast it. It's probably going to be hilarious and ridiculous. So there's white boy dreads. I don't even know what is going on here, but okay. The truth about VPR seasons 11 and 12. I feel like it's going to be clickbait, but let's listen. All right, to what they have to say. We'll give them a chance, kind of, sort of, because we don't want to catch a case.
Things that come out of his mouth, if he were to pull that on me, like, I'd be catching a case. Like, I'm putting claws in you, dog. It gets my blood boiling just thinking about it.
I'm locked up, they won't let me out. Okay, Lauren. Okay, Lauren from Utah. Give us the rundown. Here we go.
Well, that's how we all feel, by the way.
So
like, the beef is real when I click unfollow.
That's the
and the
only
love
reason.
is real when I click refollow
That was
or follow back.
That one hit my funny bone.
I'm a follow back girl. But I also wanted to add before we jump into the Q&A, because I completely forgot again that it was recording day. So I just did a Q&A for the bonus. But she and I were talking, Dodie and I, and Courtney Berman was here as well, who I was so excited to see. I hadn't seen her in so long. She's been in the friend group for many of years. You guys will probably remember her from shooting Brittany's boudoir shoot. So she's really cool. She's fun. She's normal. She's a go-getter, born and raised in Los Angeles. But we were talking about what trumps beef. And I'm like, when someone gets sick, even if you're beefing, you put it aside. Babies coming into the mix, beef gets put to bed. And I would say, obviously, death, right?
Yeah,
beef gets trumped. Anyway, I'm just.
Wait a minute. What did that man just do? Sorry, I just.
It's easy to say.
I just screwed it up because I was like, was he taking a poo?
was here as well, who I was so excited to see. I hadn't seen her in so long. She's been in the friend group for many of years. Was here as well, who I was so excited to see. I hadn't seen her in so long. She's been in the friend group for
make an appointment and be like, hey, how are you?
Yes.
So
I'm very happy. The L Green asks thoughts on the new cast for VPR at Sir. LOL. So I've seen pictures, and I don't want anyone to get hung up on the photos. Because if you remember correctly, I think it was season 10, they released the cast photos of us, you guys, and we all looked they made Katie's eyes either closer together or something. They made us all look not like ourselves.
They did you dirty.
Yes.
We
looked like wax figures. Okay.
So I know.
Oh God. I don't know if I can listen to wait. Wait, they did you dirty. Sir, you're doing us dirty right now. Okay. Knock it off.
One of the girls that is going to be on the new.
Of course you do. Of course you do. Girl, block him. Girl, block him. If you're watching, hi, lady. Congratulations on your new gig. Block him. First thing you do.
Okay.
And I met her like a year ago. We've been in touch. We've seen each other and follow each other on Instagram. But she is beautiful.
Yeah.
And I even saw like the photo of
Clout chase is real.
her. Still looks beautiful, but I was like, that's not her.
Right.
All right, stop. You are not going to be the one that's going to sit here and comment on people's looks looking like that worldwide.
So someone said the photo almost looks like someone went into that like AI type thing and described the old cast, and it just shot out images of like what this robot thinks that like James Kennedy looks like if I were to explain him, or who Ariana or Sheena looks like. And then they just like shot out images and they were like, all right, here's the cast. And like, maybe they're missing, I don't know, an eyebrow, because I think Sheena was missing an eyebrow in one of the photos.
Sounds about right.
The cast photos. So here's the thing. I don't want to give them a hard time. They've got large shoes to fill when it comes to stepping into a season 12 of a show that's existed for 11 years, a cast that people have rocked with. Yes, Easton.
Hot.
Okay, stop. With this whole jaxtaylor, they got big shoes to fill. It's a new version. New version of you. I need a new version of me. Okay, calm down, Felicity. Like, big shoes, you guys shit the bed and the show was ruined. All right? Scandal happened, gave it the biggest ratings it ever had. You guys could have jumped on the girl power train and said, you were like, I'm going to sell out. Big shoes to fill. As long as they don't sell out like you, they'll be okay. Calm down.
Hot take.
Okay.
I have a feeling that they're trying to revamp Vanderpump because she wants people in her restaurant again. Because I've never seen.
Ooh, white boy dreads. He's coming for Lisa. Be careful. She'll hire you and not pay you, sir.
Sir, more dead ever.
Damn. White boy dreads is dragging LVP. Sir's dead, sir. What's he saying? Sir is dead. Sir is dead, according to this, sir. I mean, so is your career or lack thereof. I don't know what to tell you.
I attend a class near.
Okay.
It's always down.
What are you going to class for? Does that mean you won't be in the public eye for much longer? Are you going to learn trade?
All right.
You should be an electrician. I don't know if you're smart enough, but you should try.
I'm going to
so I feel like
back that up with, since the pandemic, LA is dead.
That is very true.
I am praying to God that having so many big events like the Olympics, I think it's the World Cup, I'm praying that the city gets cleaned up.
The World Cup? Oh my God. Well, then do your part. What are you doing to help LA get cleaned up, lady?
Revive the nightlife. Nightlife is dead.
But let me tell you, but is it dead because
the pandemic changed it? There are certain
pandemic,
cities,
but not even me.
What
Like, that's the thing. I just told you in the regular episode about Miami. I love Miami just for like.
I don't think Miami is affected.
You should move there, sir, and never talk to us again.
At all. I think people are moving there.
Like, just the geographical area that it is in.
He's going to get fired because he is interrupting Lala and disagreeing with her. This is supposed to be a stroke her Lala ego. When did this guy get a big opinion?
Yeah. I love that area. I don't like going out. Is it a new thing with kids not drinking?
Oh, people not going out?
Do people just not go out at night? Like, that is my other thing. Is the nightlife just dead because of the new generation not drinking?
Wanting to go to bed early.
Wanting to go to bed early. Like, they take care of their body. They're eating correctly.
Let me tell you something. The coffee shops are popping.
That's what I'm saying. Like, mornings, if you really want to party and go out, it's 8 a.m. and grabbing coffee with your friends. That is
right up my alley.
Right?
Yeah.
But that's where I'm saying, like, will a nightlife ever be revived if people don't want to go out at night? Because I'm that person. If you started a club, I'm not going. I'm
no.
See?
Not at all.
So that's where I'm like, does LA need?
Okay, but you're also both in recovery. I also don't really go out to club. I shouldn't say really. I don't go out to clubs. Not saying I wouldn't. If like my friends were in town, they were like, "Hey, you want to go downtown Palm Springs and hang out?" I'm like, maybe. But like, come on, bro.
Need to restructure into somehow having an early bird special.
Yes. 4:30.
That will get me the fuck out.
I will be there. And by the way, I go to dinner at 4:30 often, and it is popping. Just so
right.
you know.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So I don't think it'll ever be revived for a nightlife in a sense.
Okay, I don't think it has anything to do with the restaurant. I think the Vanderpump Rules is iconic. They're not ready to give it up. Let's give it a new wave. And I hope that people are kind and respectful.
Lala is still kissing the ring of LVP. She's like, I don't care that she doesn't pay her workers. I don't care that she throws the women under the bus. The internalized misogyny is real, and it's in me too. I love it, she says.
And give Vanderpump.
Even White Boy Dread's brother, even he can't compete with LVP. Your sister wants the money, sir. You do not bring the money. She's got to pay you, I think. I don't know if she's paying you. Who knows?
Rules 2.0 a chance. And
well, they should. The cast. I mean, like I said, I know the girl.
The new
on the
cast did nothing to you.
No, and the new.
Okay, so we should give it a chance because White Boy Dreads knows a girl on the cast. What the hell? When are you going to get to seasons 11 and 12?
Cast will be good. All you have to do is separate the shows. Yes, they're the same name, but you can't compare the two. They're very different.
Yes,
that's
I
the
agree.
number one thing that they have to do. But even See You Next Tuesdays, they're like when it is packed at Sir.
So
are they still doing See You Next Tuesdays with James Kennedy? Isn't that the James Kennedy thing?
So fun.
The vibe is lit.
So
are they really still doing that? Or did they hire someone else? Because hopefully they're not still working with James Kennedy.
Excited for that to hopefully be revived with people going in to see the cast and things like that because I'll be there.
I will
get
too.
A fucking VIP table though.
All right.
Who is this guy? This dude is getting more and more annoying. I better get a VIP table. What? Sir, go learn a trade. Okay? Go to community college. Do anything else. Who said we wanted to hear anything from this man?
They're very different.
Yes,
that's
I
the
agree.
number one thing that they have to do. But even See You Next Tuesdays, they're like when it is packed at Sir. So fun.
The vibe is lit.
So I'm excited for that to hopefully be revived with people going in to see the cast and things like that because I'll be there.
I will
get
too.
A fucking VIP table though.
All right, I hope I'm saying this right. Coley Gray, she said, "How do you feel motherhood has changed you?"
Oh my God, nobody cares.
And you probably wouldn't know this, or maybe you have noticed since I've had children, but I tend to kind of think through things that I'm going to say or do before I actually say or do them.
Your intentions are very different now.
I do things with intent.
Yeah, there it is. There it is.
Like I tend to look at the repercussions. Not always. I'm still a person, as we all are, but I just think that before I put on an outfit or I do anything that's me trying to get my Lala back, I feel a little self-conscious, which I normally don't feel that way. And I don't know if that has to do with kids, but it's like, I want to set a good example. I want to make them proud, but I also want to be myself still and be unfiltered.
You being yourself is going to make them proud. That's the other thing. Rocking a hard spot. How are my kids going to view me? Well, doesn't matter. Be you and authentically you, and your kids will love it.
Okay, let me tell you something. When Ocean's...
Did this guy fall in a vat of Adderall? Like, why is like, he's just like, who asked you?
Giving me a really hard time, and it's like an all-day thing, and that is so rude. Well, then you need to be so with the baby shower, they were like, guys, if you think about it, clean up the mess and put them to work to clean up her mess. I do not feel bad about it.
What is the, because
she gave me no context.
Harassment, 3 calls.
Crazy. How do I get my crazy ex to stop calling my phone? He won't leave.
So does she talk about what happened on this is clickbait?
To her is if there's no kids involved and there needs to be no yes, but he'll spell me twice.
Keep everything.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
What I would do. Change your number. If he gets the secondary number, that's when you would, in my opinion, that is the sweetest thing. And thank you. I really do have to say how many people are sweet.
Bob says, Easton, what are you looking for in a life partner? You deserve to find your person.
That is.
I got so bored.
Members who are already that anyone can do. You just hope that you guys don't, your identities don't lie within each other.
I'm not dating you.
What?
I'm doing what Brent.
Trying to.
I want to know what kind of woman this man thinks he deserves. Because Okay. I need to know, guys. I need to know. How I want to know.
Then he gets
the law
crazy.
doesn't freaking protect you at all.
If she needs vacation and he's just doing it, change your number or advice. Help
Keep on them.
And like you could.
Says, Easton, what are you looking for in a life partner? You deserve to find your person.
That is the sweetest thing, and thank you. I really do have to say how many people are sweet to me on this podcast.
Oh, I love that for you.
So thank you to everyone who has been very nice and supportive. Even
Not me. Never. Hashtag never me. I remember when you called us rabies bitches. Hashtag never me for a man that sits on a podcast with his sister while she's employing him with no like visible skills and calls us bitches. Never me.
through the loss of my father, I got a lot of good write-ins. So
And even through the dreadlocks.
Yeah, even through
We're
the
so happy you
dreadlocks.
could look past them.
White boy dreads.
I forgot I had them.
Do you know what you're looking for in a person?
No, I think
Money.
I'm in Bryn's spot. I'm doing what Bryn.
Trying to find yourself?
But yeah, like I need to find my forever me to find somebody else. And like right now I'm still like trying to figure out what do I actually love.
Right.
And like even like I want to have a career.
Okay.
You know, not that I'm not working my way into one, but like I am in love with fashion. So like I'm thinking I would love to get myself into fashion, and I would love.
I'm sorry, what? I'm sorry, what? I'm sorry? This man with the doo-doo hat and the Old Navy performance fleece in May is into fashion and the white boy dreads? Does he have bruises on his nails, or is that chipped nail polish? What's going on with fashion? What's happening? Are we going to do a t-shirt line? What's happening? What's going on? Of course he's going to get
somebody
who's also in that world,
artsy world.
Yeah,
or
yeah. So
something
you
like
have a
that.
common,
Just like somebody like I don't know. It sounds weird to say, just an imaginary or an imaginative companion that we can be and dream together.
I love that
and make things happen. But like
it's like you want to live in the song "A Million Dreams."
Yeah,
on The Greatest Showman.
But like I want her to have her own thing. So like. It's not even like me saying like I don't want to support. It's like I want her to have her own thing so that her confidence is there.
Totally.
Who she is her own person.
Right. You guys don't.
Like
your identities don't lie within each other.
I'm not dating you because I'm needing identity, and you're not dating me for an identity.
Right. Again, my very first boyfriend, the mom said, "You don't."
Sir, I don't even know what your identity is. So how could she be? Maybe for your sister.
You know, can just fit me and we can just dream together.
Yeah, and you can sit on the couch and watch all the movies in the world and not say one word to each other.
And I've said it before, and I don't know how it'll come off this time either. I want to be with somebody who I can be with, but sit silently with.
Oh,
like there is nothing better, and that was my ex. Like me and her would just
not R.I.P.
Oh, he's trying to get back with his ex. He's trying to throw out some game to his. Oh, and that was my ex, and she's like, "Oh my God, the restraining order." White boy dreads. Allegedly. Thanks, Natasha. That's so sweet of you to say. Brian says there's a head designer job opening at Beverly Beach. For him, or maybe a curator of art at the Buca di Beppo Capri, or maybe he could work for Sutton's brand and pick out her weird clothes that she has in her store. Okay, maybe. But this is going to be the next face of fashion. You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen.
Like she died, but like
the relationship sure did.
The relationship.
He got dumped, and he's living with his sister on a podcast where he's giving his input and he knows nothing about. He thinks he's an insider and he deserves VIP. And he's really into fashion. Oh boy.
But like me and her could just sit. We would watch a show for like 3 hours. And then I'd look at her and just like call her name. She'd just laugh and call me one back. And then we go, let's eat.
Call her a what? What did he say? Call her a what?
But is dead. Like me and her could just sit. We would watch a show for like 3 hours. And then I'd look at her and just like call her a name. She'd just laugh and call me one back. And then we go, let's eat.
Call her an M? At first I thought he said call her an N. I was like, what is he talking about? Call her an M? What is he saying, you guys?
The relationship is dead.
Like me and her could just sit. We would watch a show for like 3 hours. And then I'd look at her and just like call her a name. She'd just laugh and call me one back. And then we go, let's eat.
That's so cute.
it was
fun.
just
We'll call her a name? Oh, I don't know what his accent was. I know I got an accent, but I did not understand what that man is saying. Alexi, thank you for the super chat. Says, hi, Joleen. It's so nice to see you. I was threatened by my drunk, xenophobic, potentially racist neighbor last night and have been really stressed since, running here to find some fun. We're sending you all the fun and love, Alexi. I'm so sorry that you have to deal with a drunk, xenophobic, just probably racist neighbor last night. And I hope that you were able to report that and be careful. Just be very careful. I had a drunk, xenophobic, racist neighbor in West Hollywood, and she was a mess in a dress. So I know what that's like, but I hope you're okay. I hope you're okay. Put your hearts in the chat for LXU and come here for some chats and some fun and some making fun of these weirdos with no self-awareness.
So easy.
Yeah, but she kind of took your heart through the ringer, so
She did.
not the greatest.
Oh yeah, let's blame the woman. Can you imagine having to date this dweeb? The stuff you have to teach him, like the piss goes in the toilet. White boy dreads. Yeah, and if it gets on the floor, you might have to clean it up. You're gonna have to wash your underpants. You can't turn them inside out and wear the same ones the next day. This isn't Survivor. We have a washing machine. You know, deodorant is your friend.
Fan, not the biggest fan.
I still love her.
I will say this before we move on. I get it. You are new into sobriety. You have not reached a year, and in the program, they advise you to stay single.
Stay single a year.
Yes.
And I even and it was crazy. I was there's just this girl who I've been talking to who we just go to meetings to. Like yeah. And I told my sponsor.
You poaching at meetings? You trying to bang at meetings, sir? Oh, he's one of those nightmare people that's at meetings. It's like, yeah.
And he was like, well, what is going on? And I was like, nothing. I'm just going to meetings. And he was like, all right, please let me know if something does. Because
he's going to try it. He's going to try to hit it.
Because I'll have things to say. And I was like, okay. But him just to say that, I was like, I'm keeping distance.
Yeah, you have
from
to.
everyone.
Good.
But
Love
yeah,
it.
It's what do I have now? 9 months?
Yeah, well, I'm bad at math.
Why is he rubbing his belly? Is he pregnant? Is he pregnant too? Did he get a surrogate as well? What's going on? Why are his nails black? What's happening here?
Almost.
You'll hit a year in August.
Now he's rubbing his nipples. I don't. Ladies, I got 2 words for you. Ted Bundy. That's it. That's all I'm going to say. Be careful. Ted Bundy. That's it.
Oh, we got another one from Lola.
Luckily, I don't think he has a car, allegedly. So.
Lola.Serda also says, how's our girl Lil?
Well, whoa. I just took her to Palm Springs.
She's thriving.
She's thriving. Not a
camp.
When do we talk about? Was that it? The beginning?
Right out of the door. 12. 13.
How old is she?
14. Everywhere. She pooped.
Of her because she took care of me. The _ just Ashley Marie _ how do you manage to stay so confident even after becoming a mom? Asking as a mom.
Are people? These can't be real questions. How do you manage to stay so confident even after becoming a mom? What? Asking as a mom. What?
Mom of 2.
She has me and Gigi to keep telling her she's great.
That almost never happens. Ever.
None of us do it because we're like, fuck you. You're not giving them to me.
I know. It's a give and take.
We need to be better at that.
Honestly, Ash.
How does this podcast have sponsors? And I know it doesn't get a lot of views on YouTube, but it must get views on like iTunes and shit.
Confident. I'm
She's coming to her own.
I must pull some numbers via Blueberry.
I don't know who you're talking about. I literally could not be more insecure. I want to hide in a corner. But if I show my weak and everyone, honestly,
it is like that. Like
almost never happens.
Oh God, you guys. That's like the devil. That was
so confident even after becoming a mom. Asking as a mom of 2.
She has me and Gigi to keep telling her she's great.
That almost never happens. Ever. Sometimes I look asking as a mom of 2.
She has me and Gigi to keep telling her she's great.
That almost never happens. Ever. Sometimes I look at them and I'm like, you guys could pay me a compliment.
You're the devil in disguise. So yes, you. That was some unholy shit. Like, no offense to the hyenas. What in the unholy William, right? What was that? That was Diablo. That was Lucifer.
That'd be cool. I'd like that.
What's going on with his nose? What's happening? Does he have milk come out of it? Oh my God. Someone had intercourses with this man?
I feel like all of our family is like that. Like mom wants us to pay her.
We all need words of affirmation.
Fake it till you make it. And once you make it.
Insecure, I want to hide in a corner. But if I show my weakness, it ain't going to happen on my I'm not saying post it.
Whole body. I was like, oh my God. I could give myself, well, yeah, not even by women. Like I could get in there and give myself some muscles. And then when you see me, you're like, what is this pit bull that I thought I was meeting? He's a Chihuahua.
Aww.
I know. But
everyone loves a Chihuahua though.
Yappy.
Give them Lala a sponsor fee to get
like I just become kind of a dick.
I think he's in
Katie
the
sometimes gets annoyed as well.
I think James and Zach.
The attention. VL Green says, which of your former / current castmates hate when people ask for pictures / spot them out? My number one, I think, would be Jaxtaylor. I think he pretends to be annoyed, but he also at the same time loves the attention. Stassi, it depends on the day. I think for the most part, she would be cool, but I think there are times where she's like, I just want.
She so quickly sells out her friends. Like, oh, who's not cool? Well, obviously I'm cool, but everyone else sucks.
I want to like be left alone. Don't come up to me. I'm just like kicking it with my kids.
Yeah, who wants to be who goes up to people when they're with their children? That's weird.
Totally understandable. And then the James can become kind of a dick.
I think he's in
Katie
the
sometimes gets annoyed as well.
I think James.
You can't talk about Katie. You've already hated on her enough. You've already been a horseshit friend to her, and now she's gonna throw more shade at Katie.
And Zach or Jax are in like the same boat of like, they love it, but like I'm too big for it.
Right.
I'm sorry,
Katie sometimes gets annoyed as well.
I think James and Zach or Jax are in like the same boat of like, they love it, but like I'm too big for it.
Right. They're like so fucking annoying. I'm like, well, these people are literally the reason why you're where you are today.
It's almost like they think like I'm too big for you to come up to me.
William.
But where's my security to protect me? Well, you're in the middle of it, so get ready, buddy. You're gonna be coming up on you. Got security, right?
I don't know. It's a hit or miss. Which I'm just gonna say it could be the addiction. Well, it could be completely different now if you've got two people who are sober and they're not coming down, coming off.
Well, seeing.
Lala, did you really just say that James and Jax are sober? We know they are not, allegedly. Come on now. Evelyn says the only relevance Lala has is her time on VPR, and that's the only reason I'm listening to this. And so far, they only talked about a little bit about the new cast in the beginning. So what's the truth about season 11? When does she talk about season 11?
You know,
an ex that you had, and then like seeing Jax and like actually him trying to better himself and things like that, like you can tell that addiction makes you irritable.
I'm sorry, did you say Jax is trying to better himself? Okay, now everything you say is null and void. It already was. But that's ridiculous.
Well as fuck. Yeah, I've seen it. And like actually him trying to better himself, being an ex that you had.
Yeah.
And then like seeing Jax and like actually him trying to better himself and things like that, like you can tell that addiction makes you irritable as fuck.
Yeah.
I've seen it.
Yes. You guys are roasting
we didn't know what was going on.
Oh,
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. But
you guys are roasting this dude up in the chat. Brian said that sponsorship is right because I need therapy after listening to White Boy Dread's baboon laugh.
Makes you irritable as fuck.
Yeah.
I've seen it.
Yes.
Actually him trying to better himself and things.
You've seen cocaine make people irritable as fuck from experience?
Like that, like you can tell that addiction makes you irritable as fuck.
Yeah.
I've seen it.
Yes.
Firsthand. We didn't know what was going on, but now
I know
to
who you're
see,
talking about.
But now to see it, it's like move, irritable. If you're irritable, we have to do something else.
You just went to the bathroom and now you're in a great mood. That's kind of weird, but like I think you just have a lot of energy. This is strange.
Well,
wow.
I know. I was like, oh my God, I just need to make.
How are you this much older than me and you have so.
Why are both her and her brother digging in their shirts? Is this a family thing? Oh, look at that. What I stopped on. The freeze frame. But they're both like digging in their shirts, rubbing their bellies, rubbing their nipples. What is going on with this podcast? What is happening here? Is this like low key hiding under the guise of a podcast, but it's OnlyFans? This is weird. This is weird.
Oh much
right? I was
energy.
like, oh my God, he's just smelling money and he's just got energy. It's crazy what money can do.
I was so naive. Right?
You guys knew he was doing the cocaña. Stop it.
Well, coming from Utah, I wasn't like just kicking it with cokeheads. I was smoking pot. And then I meet this guy and he's got.
Now she's what is with the belly rubbing? Is that a sign of a boring person or lies? What is that?
Energy. I was like, fucking LA, the money,
fucking LA.
The money gets you going.
Yeah.
Like, how could you not like waking up, getting in your Rolls Royce? It's like, how could you not just wake up high? But come to find out, he was waking up high, then high, then high.
Oh,
right? But irritable. Back to the point, irritable, and that could change for photos.
Yes, I would say the most gracious people, Sheena
You.
for sure. Well, thank you.
No, I really am saying that. Like you, Sheena for sure. I think
Sheena is.
I'll put her
Sheena
above
loves
you.
it. Sheena loves it.
Sheena loves it, but I also will say, even being with Sheena and even being with you, if I didn't even know you, it's because I am the same way. We don't have inviting personalities or auras. Like when you look.
There you go. That is one truth. Agreed.
They not like us. They not like us. They not like us.
Neither of you have inviting personalities or auras. That is the truth. That's a little self-awareness. I appreciate that.
Look at us. You're not like, you're inviting. Let me go say hello.
Yeah.
Sheena is like very easy to come up to. And I think that's why. But you don't, like, it's just the way you are. I think more people would come up to you. When we were in, what's it called?
I don't know.
Palm Springs. And that girl came up to us at Frida, Wilma and Frida's. And she was like, hey, I don't want to bother you, but I love you. And she just walked away.
Yeah.
You know, like I feel like that to her was going to be crazy because the aura you put off. And everybody, if you see this bitch, come and say hello. come and say hello. Get a photo. She's all about it.
Orals.
This man throws around the bitch too. You see this bitch? Like, he's a little too comfy with that word there. Being a bitch himself.
Underscore O says how to say spicy and be a mom. First baby, feel pressure to be more reserved, but I'm a spicy bitch with a chili. I say be spicy.
No, that's what you want to be a mom and spicy.
You can be both. Don't deny yourself who you are. Just because you become a mom does not mean that. Like, I think if you became,
is this a mom podcast or is this what is this?
Like unfiltered, like I used to be.
Do moms really take her advice? Would they take her? I don't know. Let me know in the chat. Moms out there, would you take Lala's advice? Would you look to her and be like, you know what? I'm going to ask her a question about motherhood. I think she could help me.
Be grateful you're in the position to have kids and still feel
still be spicy.
Yeah, and still feel spicy.
I say rock it.
Yeah.
Don't.
Why is he answering questions? Not only does he not have kids, but he's a man.
Feel pressure to be more reserved. Fuck that. Be exactly
and
who
if
you
you
are.
feel bad about it, all you got to do is look up and go, I'm sorry, I'm spicy. I don't know why. And now be spicy.
Oh my God. Is he mansplaining spicy mom stuff? I can't. Evelyn says, I do podcast for teen moms. I hope teen moms are not listening to this. Oh God. That could be how they became teen mom. I don't know. He's giving mom advice. This man is off the rails.
You've cleared the air.
I like spice.
Or still on. I don't know.
What's your favorite and least favorite vacation / trips you went on for Vanderpumprules? This is the easiest. San Francisco. Hated it.
I wonder why. Could it be because your evil plan to sell out your friend and befriend Tom Sandoval, and then you saw Ariana's hot boyfriend Dan's body with his long wet hair, and you were like, oh. And you realized that you had fudged up. Ariana put up her boundaries. She took her hot boyfriend and her real friends and left. And you were stuck there being like, I show my life. And we were like,
Hated all of season 11. Cried every single day. Didn't want to film. Didn't want to be there. Didn't want to do anything.
So this is when we're almost just minutes left of the podcast. And she's talking about season 11.
Be spicy. You've cleared the air.
I like spice.
Shut up.
What's your favorite and least favorite vacation / trips you went on for Vanderpumprules? This is the easiest. San Francisco. Hated it. Hated all of season 11. Cried every single day. Didn't want to film. Didn't want to be there. Didn't want to do anything. It was torture.
So you
every
like
other
season
trip
11.
was heyday.
So season
now
11 was
I can finally
great.
say it. Hated it.
Well, it's crazy to see like all of these other reality TV shows going to like Bora Bora.
First of all, shut up, white boy dreads. We don't care. You weren't on the show. We don't know why you're relevant here. You're interrupting her, and she's telling us she hated it, and we're hoping she tells us it's because she's a sellout and a bad friend. But you're interrupting about some Bora Bora bullshit.
Tahiti.
But by the way, like,
can we fire him?
Go to San
Hawaii was
Francisco?
fun. No, but we had.
Who are you looking at when you're laughing and ruining?
Had like really nice.
No, you
vacations.
did.
We went to
but
Shut up! Does this man not know how to shut up? Oh my God!
I'm gonna shit on it for that reason.
A lot.
Emmy. Sorry.
This is one situation where I'm like, just let Lala talk. Nobody's here for you, sir.
So season
now I
11
can
was
finally
great.
say it. Fucking hated it.
Well, it's crazy to see like all of these other reality TV shows going to like Bora Bora, Tahiti.
But by the way,
You guys
like
go to San
Hawaii was
Francisco?
fun. No, but we had like really nice.
No, you
vacations.
did.
We went
but
to
I
Mexico
am gonna shit on it for that
a
reason.
lot.
Emmy, sorry, up for an Emmy, and you guys, you fucking go to San Francisco. Like,
I think they just knew that the show was probably dead. There was nothing to work with. There was truly nothing to work with. We're gonna take a bunch of people. We're gonna drop mad money on a fantastic trip.
This dude is rubbing, touching, all. What's going on? What is happening here? What's going on? That's what I want to know. Watch this dude. He can't stop himself.
No, but we had like really nice
No, you
vacations.
did,
We went
but
to
I
Mexico
am going to shit on it for that
a
reason.
lot.
Emmy, sorry, up for an Emmy, and you guys, you fucking go to San Francisco? Like,
I think they just knew that the show was probably dead. There was nothing to work with. There was truly nothing to work with. We're going to take a bunch of people. We're going to drop mad money on a fantastic trip when these people don't
won't
even
give us
want to
anything.
be here.
Yeah.
Get on a freaking puddle jumper, go to San Francisco, and let's call it a
You're
freaking
making
day.
our lives hell, so
Yeah.
here you go.
You guys
We're
usually
making yours.
Yeah. I was like, that day that we wrapped, I was like, I'm so happy. I cried that night, pure joy. I was like, it's over. The day that we started, I kept telling myself,
It'll be over.
I just want it over. I just want it over. And I'd look at how many days we had left. And I'm like, oh my God, we still have a fucking month. I can't do it. I would sob to mom being like, I cannot do this. I cannot do this. When I would get days off, when they'd be like, we don't need you tomorrow.
Just in bed.
Oh the best day ever. I'm like, you have made my fucking day. Normally when they're like, you have a day off, I'm like, oh, that's a bummer. I love filming. Not season 11. Nope. Give me all that. Do you want to just cut me now? Like, I'm totally fine with that.
You can take the check.
Don't care. Have it. Bye. Don't care.
The check. I don't even need my last pay. Just have it.
Take it. I'll give one shit.
I'm not coming into the office to pick up that check.
The other one that was really rough was season 7 when Dad died, and I hadn't been drinking.
My favorite.
And I went to Mexico and got wasted, and everyone thought I had done Molly or ecstasy or whatever the drug is that makes you want people to touch you.
No, that's
Like,
just called your dad dying.
Why are these two who live in LA, West Hollywood, we're in the party scene, we're also in recovery, as someone in recovery, even if I didn't do that drug, I probably know what that drug is. I probably heard of it. And you're in LA and your friends are you know what Molly is, you know what ecstasy is. Like, give me a break. You're going to these festivals. People are rolling. You don't like whatever that drug is. Ma'am, we know you know, and we know he knows.
This is called the Sunday Scaries, and I'm having such bad anxiety that I need someone to punch me in the face to make me think about you punching me in the face and not how I want to crawl out of my own skin.
Make me feel something real.
Well, because I hadn't been drinking. My dad died, and then I deep dive into the bottle, drinking morning until night. It was absolutely horrible.
Yeah.
It was horrible.
Yeah.
The worst time of my life.
And that's the thing. Like,
you guys, what is going on with this guy? Yeah. I think he just short-circuited. Is he AI? Like, what's going on here? This is, and that's all they talked about for this, but watch him. This is ridiculous. Oh, you know she's missing that money. At Lynette, you know she is. He's like, yeah. Like, he just wanted to talk. He had nothing to say, so he goes, yeah.
Such bad anxiety that I need someone to punch me in the face to make me think about you punching me in the face and not how I want to crawl out of my own skin.
Make me feel something real.
Well, because I hadn't been drinking. My dad died, and then I deep dive into the bottle, drinking morning until night. It was absolutely horrible.
Yeah.
It was horrible.
Yeah.
The worst time of my life.
And that's.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
The thing, like back in the day, I really will say, like, I think I've always had a drinking problem. I think it's always been there. Yes.
Okay.
But I really, like, when Dad was alive, I never drank. I'm literally thinking about it. And the only times I would get absolutely obliterated is at your Hard Rock event or other events where we would do that. Other than that, I would have like a glass.
He doesn't even believe him.
Of wine with Dad. And after that, boy, oh boy, after I found him, it was Seagram's with a twist of lime.
Ooh.
Damn.
Yikes. Headache. You guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode of The Bonus. Thank you for.
Oh, you got to get rid of this white boy dread brother on your podcast. This is bad. I mean, you're bad enough, but him, oh my goodness. So that's all we got for the truth about BPR seasons 11 and 12. So she's pissed, or she didn't enjoy season 11. Well, I wonder why, but it was so hard for her. How was it hard? You were the one selling out your friends and taking the side of Tom Sandoval and trying to like get Ariana and Katie off the show. I mean, it was pretty clear. And so that didn't work for you because people didn't support you the way they supported Ariana or Katie. You could have just not done what you did. Ugh, too late. Too late for these people. Too late. Yeah, what is the long-term, Evelyn wants to know, plan for this train wreck? I think this podcast, it's got to be on fumes. I mean, she has, how many followers does she have on Instagram? It's got to equate to something on YouTube, right? On her podcast. Let's see what she's got. Lala Kent. I mean, she has way more than most people who have shows on YouTube or go live or put their podcasts up. Oh, I don't know. It's being a butthole. Now let me stop sharing this and maybe it'll get better. Okay. All right. Let's see. Lala. Kinty. Okay, Lala. 2.4 million. 2.4 million. Okay, we're gonna say allegedly just 2.4 million followers. The engagement, it's a little okay, but hey, you know, what else? That's good. That's impressive, ma'am. But now let's see. Give them Lala, your podcast. Still under 30K subscribers, and that episode where you even tried to use tried to fake the funk with clickbait. The truth about VPR seasons 11 and 12, 7 days ago, 7.6 thousand views. Like I can get 7.6 thousand views and I'm nobody. And I have 7,000 followers on Instagram. You have 2.4 million. The math is not mathing. No. 3 days ago, she has one that got 2.9K views. Like she can't break 10,000 views. That's a little sus, right? I guess a month ago when she talked about Jax, the trailer, she got 18K. It's gotta be dying. Thank you. Old Navy right now is killing it with these like ringer tees. And I am just like all up in it. I'm all up in it. Yeah, and it's all clickbait. And we get no real perspective. We get no real insight. It's like them commenting on pop culture and motherhood, but they don't really know what they're talking about. They're always on the wrong side of everything. Why is he there? I just don't understand it. Yeah, allegedly, Alex, you said she has 2.4 million followers on Insta. And I think when you look at like her stuff, so she doesn't show her like count, which is fine. I don't always show my like count on stuff just because if it's low, I don't want people to be like, I don't want to like it. I want people to think, oh, lots of people liked it. But if you kind of scroll down, Lala can see the total number of people who liked this post. Okay, let me show you something. Maybe I'm wrong. But conspiracy theory, Joleen. Let's just look at this, okay, guys? Exhibit A in the trial of Are the Followers Real? Objection, what do you care? Overruled, I care. We care, okay? All right. So you have a post. Let me just show you her Insta here. 2.4 million followers. Your engagement's going to be pretty good with that, okay? So you got 2.4 million. Way to go. Good for you. So she posts on Sheena's birthday, I think. So here's a picture, right? Now we can't see the number. We can see people who liked it here. Some comments and such. So we look. So with 2.4 million followers, Alex Baskin-Robbins liked it. Allie, oops. You see some of the peeps. You can scroll down. But look at how quickly I can scroll down that. And we're done. And we're done. For 2.4 million followers, I feel like you should be scrolling, right? Okay, so now she's PETA. Let's see, maybe she has more for this one. So we scroll, and we're done. I mean, I'm not going to count all those, but that's maybe a couple hundred likes, right? Unless Instagram only shows you so many. That's a little sus. right? Okay, here's a nice little family pic. White boy dreads there. The cute little kiddos. Maybe this will get more likes. For 2.4 million followers. We're going a little longer, but again, we are to the end. We are to the end. We are to the end so quickly. Looks a little sus. Now let's pull up my loser ass, okay? And I say that as I'm not these cool reality TV people. I'm just a lady on the internet yelling stuff, okay? Joleen, Lunzer over here, okay? And I got 7,034 followers, right? So very far from 2.4 million, okay? Let's look at a pinned one. All right, I have 2,000 likes on one. Now that's a pinned one, so those are usually the better ones, okay? A stand-up clip, 571, but when you scroll them, see if it'll let me scroll my likes. This is like, I'm still scrolling. That's what 500 and some, and again, I'm nobody. I have not the platform they have. Now let's look at one that's not pinned with a very pretty face here, obviously. All right, so we look here. Okay, there's 276 likes on this one. Oops. Let's see what 276 likes looks like scrolling. Oh, jeez. Instagram's like, stop it. Still scrolling. Like, that's a longer scroll, right? I don't know. I'm pretty sure I proved my point. We can look at another one. Okay, this is just 203. Let's see if this looks similar to the Lala scroll. Doesn't that look kind of similar? So she's getting about 200, maybe 300 likes on a post with 2.4 million on multiple posts with 2.4 million followers. How many times can I say million? I don't know. It looks a little sus to me. You guys, I think Judge Joleen has ruled. I rule. A little speculation, a little speculative, okay? A little bit leading with my questions. However, guilty. Lala is guilty of false engagement, false followers, engagement not matching up with followers. How is the podcast still on? That's all I'm asking. Verdict, we might have some buying. We don't know. We're just asking the questions here. We're asking the questions. All right. So that's so wrong. Her millions and Joleen with her, you know what? It's true unless it's not. It's alleged, but it's also, thank you. I don't mean I'm not like on Bravo. I don't have this big platform with that big of a platform. I do believe you can get obviously millions of followers, but Lala's engagement doesn't match that. And then her views on YouTube. Now, I don't know her ratings. Again, we checked them previously on the podcast. So maybe she's getting just like a lot of people listening to her podcast. But so we are going to lock her up. All right. She's guilty. All right, you guys. That is no offense, all offense for today. I'll be back later on talking about Karen Reed. So make sure you have your notifications on. Hit that like on your way out. Let's see where we are for our like. How far we got to our goal. Did we get to 200? I think we're close. 142. We're getting there, you guys. Smash the like on your way out. Comment after the video post. Shout out to all my super chatters today. David Cushmore, thank you so much. Elizabeth and LXU, thank you so much. You guys are all beautiful, wonderful pumpkin spice babies. And I appreciate each and every one of you, right? The Canton PD should hire Joleen with those investigative skills. I'm just saying. That's enough proof for me. Lala's a fake. Allegedly, obviously. All right, you guys, leave a comment after the video post. Let me know if you think, how did you feel on the ruling of my Lala might be a fake? How did you feel on Judge Joleen's ruling and all your other thoughts on everything we talked about today. I'll be back later, but until then, always remember to enjoy yourself because it's later than you think. Bye.
If you like what you see.